The environment at risk. Components of the environment. Our environment is made of different elements around us. We see lots of things around us. Some of them are big, while some of them are small. While a few of them are living beings, some of them are non-living things. Among living things, there are plants and animals. Some of them are visible, and some of them are invisible, as they are very small. All these things are a part of our environment. The components of the environment are divided into two groups, abiotic and biotic. Abiotic components. The term abiotic refers to non-biotic or non-living things. All the non-living things in our environment are included in abiotic components. Major abiotic components are land on the earth called lithosphere, water on the earth called hydrosphere, and air or atmosphere. Other than these are the sunlight and climate. Though these are non-living components, they are very important to us. Biotic components. As the name suggests, biotic components refer to living components in the environment. These include plants, animals, and microscopic living things. Biotic things are divided into two groups. These are producers and consumers. Producers. Producers are those biotic elements which can produce their food on their own, directly, using only sunlight, air, and water. Green plants are the only biotic components on the earth, in the environment, that can produce their food directly. Consumers. Consumers are those biotic components that depend on the producers, either directly or indirectly, for their food and other things. Consumers cannot produce their food directly, like that of plants. Human beings and animals are the consumers. The above figures explain an interdependence or relation. This is also called food chain. All the components in the chain are interconnected and interdependent. The same thing happens among people and the activities of people living in different parts of the world. Interdependence of different regions of the world. At the beginning, when human beings were born, they were almost self-sufficient. They entirely depended on nature for their survival. But with the growth of civilization, interaction among people living in different parts of the world grew. Now, people of the world are connected in many ways. Some important reasons behind this link or connection are trade, movement of resources, movement of crops and other products, intellectual properties, cultural heritage, etc. Trade is the buying and selling of goods. Some regions of the world produce a thing in huge amount. On the other hand, some regions cannot or do not produce the same thing. For example, Bangladesh produces huge amount of jute, but England cannot produce jute. Therefore, England buys jute from Bangladesh for their consumption, and Bangladesh sells their excess jute. Thus, people of England and Bangladesh depend on each other for jute. Buying a goods from a country is called import, and selling of a goods by a country to another country is called export. People of two countries, one that exports goods and the other that imports goods, are interdependent. There is another factor in between. These export and import are made possible by some means of transport and communication. All these who are involved in this process, export-import, make a chain of relation. Any disturbance in the chain hampers the entire process. For example, if there is any conflict or war, in either in Bangladesh or in England, the total system will collapse. The transfer of the goods will be suspended. The goods, jute, will rot or will be burnt, which in turn will affect the environment. Because of conflict or war, ship may be put on fire, which causes a disaster to environment. During the movement of resources, like crude oil and other things, many accidents occur, affecting the environment adversely. Because of oil spilling, ocean environment is severely damaged and harmed. Aquatic animals, like fishes and birds, almost wipe out from the region. Now, it is clear that an incident happening in any part of the world affects the other part. People in the world are connected with one another like an invisible chain. Impact of local events on global environment. We have learned that how an incident in a part of the world affects the other part. Therefore, now, nothing is local, but everything is global. This thing is applicable to natural events too. Natural events. Some local natural events, especially a natural disaster, affect different parts of the world. The impact of a natural disaster like an earthquake, a cyclone, a tsunami, etc. have global impact. In March 2011, a severe earthquake off the coast of a Japanese island was felt in Russia and China and caused a tsunami with 10-meter high waves. The earthquake and the tsunami caused severe destruction to human beings, property, and to the environment. The impact of this tsunami felt in islands of Eastern Pacific Ocean, the west coast of North America, and the coast of Antarctica. These places are thousands of miles away from Japan. Yet, these places were affected. Using a world map, you can measure the distance between Japan and other places. People and nature, human beings bring change in natural environment and make different structures, industries, etc. These sometimes cause disasters. Nations build nuclear power plants to generate electricity. Safety measures of highest order should be followed while establishing a nuclear plant. But sometimes this is not followed, and any accident in a nuclear plant causes a wide-range destruction to the environment, and it lasts for many years. Any accident in a nuclear plant causes radiation, very dangerous and powerful rays, which is deadly for living beings. A nuclear power plant built near the coast of Fukushima in northern Japan was damaged in the earthquake and tsunami of 2011. There was an explosion in the plant and caused severe damage to the environment. The plant was not adequately safeguarded against earthquake and tsunami. Through Japan is on the highly earthquake-prone region. Thousands of people living in areas for several kilometers around had to leave the place as it became very dangerous to live there. Highly radioactive water leaked and mixed with the seawater, contaminating it. This contaminated seawater spread thousands of kilometers, affecting marine environment. Nature and people. Sometimes, some event starts in nature and spread to human beings and other animals. Recently, a few diseases like chikungunya, Ebola virus disease, etc. have spread from a small place to far and wide. For example, chikungunya affected monkeys and apes in Africa. The disease was first detected in East Africa in the 1950s. But soon it spread all over the world as people traveled more and more. Thus, a local illness became a global illness within brief time. Global warming. Nowadays, the term global warming is very common to us. We hear the term quite frequently. The term global warming refers to an increase in the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere. Scientists believe this because of increased carbon dioxide in Earth's atmosphere. Global warming is also an impact of local events like deforestation in a certain place, industrialization in a certain place, etc. We all know that the earth gets heat from the sun. The earth reflects some amount of heat into space. But carbon dioxide has a quality to trap heat within it. Because of wide-scale industrialization, burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, etc., amount of carbon dioxide is increasing alarmingly in the atmosphere. This carbon dioxide is working like a capsule, which does not allow the heat escape into space. This gas, carbon dioxide, is called greenhouse gas, and the entire system is called global warming. This global warming is increasing the temperature of the earth. This increased temperature is a disaster to the entire earth. The following problems are noticed on the earth. Because of increased temperature on the earth, polar ice caps are melting at a very high rate. This is increasing sea level. Polar animals are facing extinction. Some island may soon submerge in ocean water. Climate, especially cycles of seasons of different parts of the world, is changing rapidly. This is increasing the probability of flood, drought, cyclone, hailstorm, etc. in different parts of the world. Rain has become very irregular. Global warming is threatening the existence of some animals like polar bears, penguins, seals, etc. Global warming is causing several diseases among human beings, animal, and plants. We should take some steps on urgent basis to save the earth from this global disaster. We must use more and more clean energy like solar energy, wind energy, etc. We should follow 3 Rs. We must stop felling of trees and plant more and more plants. We must stop producing greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, CFCs, etc. We must burn less fossil fuels.